Girls, what do we have going on today?
Cookies.
Cookies? What kind of cookies?
Sugar cookies.
Lina, how about you?
Rolls.
What kind of rolls?
Dinner rolls.
Dinner rolls. What do you have there, Pep?
Coffee.
Coffee. It's a big coffee.
Hi guys, welcome back to Baking with Bella. Today I'm going to be making my famous sugar cookies.
Hey guys, Bella's mom here. I can't tell you all the amount of mama guilt that I'm feeling right now because as we were filming this, I did not realize that the light went off on Bella's microphone, which meant the battery died. So she recorded all of this, thanking you for watching her and for all of your recipe suggestions and telling you all that today she's going to be making her own personal recipe of sugar cookies. She was so excited to share it with all of you. She goes on to tell you that there's butter and flour and vanilla and sugar and powdered sugar and all of the ways to make the baking soda, everything that goes into it. And I had a dead microphone for all of this. So I've debated if I was going to even share this with all of you, but Bella worked so hard to make these cookies, and I feel like you all should see it. So I hope you bear with me as I do some voiceovers here for her and also put in some music. Bella learned some important lessons this day in that not every time you bake, even if it is your tried and true recipe, will it turn out perfectly. We ran into an issue with the powdered sugar. We didn't realize that the little bit of powdered sugar that she had in that sifter had some sugar ants find their way to it. And because of that, we ended up not having any other powdered sugar. So Bella learned an important lesson of improvising and adapting, which we'll get to in just a few moments. But with this recipe, she uses the paddle in the KitchenAid mixer. And as you see there, we have a big mixer and a baby mixer. So for all of our big batches, we have a mixer that can handle it. But even the KitchenAid isn't perfect, as you will see here just shortly after she does all of her mixing. And here we have her making her delicious icing. This was before we realized about the powdered sugar. We've all had these moments in the kitchen. So her icing is powdered sugar, vanilla, as well as a little bit of milk or cream. Here we had some milk that I had thrown in a mason jar, so I didn't have the big jug sitting in the fridge, and that's what she used. And this is just a simple basic icing glaze that you can make at the drop of a hat if you have these items in your pantry. It's super versatile. We've done just icing like this. We've added flavoring to it with like a jam or jelly, syrup, anything like that. And you can also add some like orange zest or lemon zest in this to kick it up a notch and add a special touch. That's often what I will put on my cinnamon buns, cinnamon sugar buns, and I drizzle some of this icing with some fresh orange zest. It's actually our Christmas morning tradition. That's what we have every Christmas morning, every year is fresh cinnamon buns with the homemade icing. And apparently the love of that has passed on to Bella. And here's where Bella realized that the KitchenAid didn't completely mix up all of her butter. So she decided she was going to do this the old-fashioned way and get in there with her hands and mix up all of her dough before she chills it. Anytime you're making a roll-out cookie like this, you do want to chill your dough after your first initial mix of it to make sure that you can roll it out with it without it turning into a big gloppy mess and sticking to everything. As Bella told you all before, she loves cookie cutters. She has quite a collection and she is always fond of adding to that collection. And I did surprise her on this day with a little package that I had tucked away of comfort cutters, I think they're called. So they're covered on one end for you to push down and with a plastic, not hurt your hand. And then the rest of it is a metal. So she was debating here which she would like to use. Ultimately, she went with her favorite cookie cutters, which are dinosaurs. She did a beautiful job of kneading and hand mixing her dough. And now it was time to get that in the fridge to chill so she could roll it out officially and do her cutouts. Now we do use these little cloth, little like we call them hats, the little cloth hat. They're elastic and they're perfect for covering your dough to let it rise if you're making bread or if you're putting some cookie dough in the fridge like this. So I can link these below if I can find a link for them, but we have different sizes and they work great for all kinds of applications. And this was when the realization kicked in that her icing was ruined by those sugar ants and that we didn't have any more powdered sugar, being that we're still in the pantry challenge. And as I mentioned to everyone, we didn't do any kind of stock up before. So we went into the pantry challenge with what we had at that moment. I got to teach her one of my little up your sleeve tricks, and that you have the ability to make your own powdered sugar at home. It isn't the same exact consistency. In a pinch, it will work. And if you have a stronger than we have blender in this frame here, you may be able to make it the exact consistency, but we get a close second. So all you do is take your high-powered blender, you take some sugar. I believe I started here with a cup, and then I added to it as we went on, but you are going to process it on high. I went at least 5 rounds, so ours does 1 minute at a time, so at least 5 minutes on high. And you do want to make sure to cover this with a towel or some kind of drop cloth so that you're not having sugar powder fly everywhere because it will. I've experienced that before too. Just adore the look on her face in this frame because you could tell she was just over over the day. It was a Monday and running out of her sugar and icing not going right. We've all been there. So I just had to share this little clip with all of you. And there's the new icing. Turned out great. She added some blue coloring to it. It was super cute. It was kind of galactic looking. And here Miss Bella is explaining to all of you how she allowed her dough to chill. I believe we left it in the fridge for about 45 minutes, and you see me buzzing around here in the background making our dinner. On this night, we had angel hair pasta with our homemade Sunday sauce, as they call it, also known as spaghetti meat sauce. But she here is pulling her dough out and getting ready to roll it out. She decided on the dinosaur cookie cutouts, and we have all kinds of shapes. One of my favorite reminding me of Barney. I'm probably aging myself with that because I don't even know if she knew who Barney was before we talked about him on this night. Her tip for rolling out the cookie dough is that you want to flour your surface, or you could even use powdered sugar, but as we've already explained, it wasn't a great night for powdered sugar in our house. We can't forget either the rolls that Angelina was baking. She was using the new Mason bench scraper for the first time that we purchased, and she is separating her dough here, and there it is rising. These rolls were really good. I will do my best to link this recipe down below. We are just about to have audio back. I hope, if anything, this has encouraged you to adapt and overcome to any struggle or challenge that is sent your way. So tell us, Pip, what did you do?
So I put the glaze on. It was like crystallized, but it's weird.
Yeah.
And so I put on purple sprinkles because blue and purple are my favorite colors.
They look cosmic.
They're very bright in person, but on the video they're darker.
They're super cute. I think they're just great. So, you want to say goodbye to everyone? It's late, huh? Yeah. Thanks for watching, everyone. I think she did a great job.